beautiful kings and queens. So today is going to be part 2 of my college series. Part 1, if you haven't seen it, was freshman do's and don'ts and just kind of tips and tricks. So if you haven't seen that, go and watch that video and then come back to this one. So today's video is going to be on college dating, and I got my notepad ready and we're going to get started. Number 1 is don't expect a relationship. I started dating someone 4 days into college, also 4 days into meeting them. A really good tip is be friends with them first. Like, build a strong friendship and get to know them before you start dating them. It was hard in our relationship because we were getting to know each other while we were dating. So it was very difficult, and we did get into arguments. Number 2 is keep an open mind. Don't settle, but don't be too picky. You want to have a happy medium. You don't want to just settle for the first person you see, but then you don't want to be too picky and be like, oh, I need this perfect person, because no one is perfect, and you may have this perfect image in your mind, but no one can necessarily fulfill everything about that. Number 3 is standards. You, as a woman or a man, you want to be treated right. You want to have respect. You want to be respected, and you also want to give respect. Going along with that, you want to be given the same amount that you are giving, I guess. So if you are giving 110%, you want to be getting 110% back. That was a big thing in my last relationship, that I was giving way more than my ex was giving, and it did cause a lot of problems, that it was just not good, and it made things a lot harder. 4 is don't rush. You want to take your time in the relationship. You don't want to automatically be like, oh, we're in a month dating, let's get married. No, you don't want that. That is way too soon. You want to enjoy the time you have together, and time will tell if you guys are supposed to get married or if you're not. About 6 months into me and my ex's relationship, we sat down and had a talk about if we were right for each other and if we were supposed to be together. And then about a month after that, we got together again and talked about it, and turns out we aren't right for each other, and that's okay. College is about dating, or not all about dating, but in college, you date people and you try to find that person that you are supposed to get married to. So it may take a few tries. It's not always going to be the first person you meet, but that's okay, and you just gotta try it out. Number 5 is don't force the relationship. If it's meant to be, then it's meant to be, and you guys are supposed to be dating. But if it's not, then don't try to force it. And also, if you are in a relationship and things aren't just working out, don't try to force it to keep going. If neither of you are happy, then just end the relationship. You don't want to be lying to others that you're like, oh yeah, we're happy, we're all good, and then you don't want to lie to each other and say, yeah, I'm happy, whatever, if you're really not. If you're not happy, you gotta be honest with the person, and if you just lose feelings, you gotta be honest with them and just kind of end the relationship so that the hurt is a lot less. Number 6 is don't mislead. If you are talking to someone and then you don't feel that relationship feeling, I guess, then let them know. Don't keep leading them on, flirting with them, and then not be in a relationship with them. You don't want to be that type of person, I guess. And if you just want a friendship, tell them that. Don't have them expecting a relationship when you just want a friendship. Number 7 is alone time. That goes alone time with each other and alone time just by yourself. Alone time with each other is great because you get to just bond with no other people around. It's just me and my ex, we would just go outside on one of our lawns, and we would watch movies, we would talk, listen to music, and it was just a good time to spend with each other. And then we would have alone times just by ourselves, in our rooms, just doing whatever. We would go hang out with friends, apart from each other, and that was really good too. So we didn't start getting sick of each other because we're spending so much time together. And we did have those where like some of our arguments was, okay, we're spending a lot of time together, and we did get sick of each other sometimes, so we would take time to like spend apart, and then like we would be like totally okay. Number 8 is arguing. Some arguing is okay. It's like healthy to argue, because if you always agree on everything, like that's not, like that's good, but like not at the same time. But there does come to an extent where like if you're arguing every single day, then like that's a problem. You like fighting that much and arguing that much is not healthy for a relationship. You want to have like maybe those like small arguments, like I don't know, every once in a while, but if you're arguing every day, that means like you're not happy and things aren't going your way and you're expecting too much out of your relationship. Number 9 is honesty. Honesty, I think, is one of the biggest parts of a relationship. You want to be honest to each other, like you want to be honest to others, you want to be honest to yourself. Like honesty is like all around just the number one most important thing. You want to be honest how you feel about each other. You want to be honest about what a future, if you have been dating for like a year or more. Honest to yourself if you're still like having feelings for this person. Like you want to be honest to others, and if others ask like how you guys are doing, you want to tell, like if it's like people you like can like trust, you want to be honest about how your relationship is going, because if you're not, then it kind of just seems fake and just not real. Number 10 is expectations. Expectations for the future and for the relationship. For the future, if you have been dating for a long period of time, then marriage does come into mind, and like a future that like a family and like marriage and like where you do see yourselves in 5 to 10 years. I think that's super important too, because if you're dating someone and they don't want to get married at all, then like, and you do, then it's just kind of like, okay, well we just need to end this then. And then expectations for the relationship. It's, you expect certain things in a relationship. You expect the person to have a certain, how do I put this? Like I said, standards. Like there are standards in general about like a relationship, and you do, when you first start dating, you need to do like set those standards, and you need to like kind of lay everything out like what you do expect, but don't get too crazy and start talking about marriage like a weekend. But do like over the course of time be like, yeah, like I would like to get married someday and like have kids and have a family, and like, but don't be like, oh yeah, we are getting married, we're having kids, like yeah, there's just kind of keep it chill. Like, number 11 is change, and some change is good. If you change for the better of the relationship and for the better of your boyfriend or girlfriend and for yourself, then that's okay. And there was some things in my past relationship that could have, like, the change could have been better. My ex constantly played video games, and that again was one of our biggest arguments. He would rather play video games than like go out to eat on campus with me, or would rather just stay in his room and not go do something fun, and would just kind of stay inside all day. And like that was a big thing, and I was like, hey, like this needs to change. Like you can't just stay inside all day and like do nothing and just be lazy. Like there are those days where you like want to be lazy and like we can watch movies, hang out, blah blah, but every single day it got very tiring and very annoying, and I didn't like it. Number 12 is date nights. And date nights doesn't have to be like so extravagant and everything. When you go on a date, it is just spending time, I guess, with another person, and it's like somewhat planned. Like you can have a date night where you just stay inside and watch movies. Like me and my ex, we would build a fort and just watch movies. Like that was fun. Or we would go bowling. We had a bowling alley on campus. We would go bowling and like get dinner on campus, and then, or in like every once in a while we would go out to a restaurant and do something like that. So it just always remember to have those date nights in mind so that those are just special moments. Those are special times to spend with that person. Number 13 is make time for your friends. There are those moments, again, when I said with like the alone time, like go spend time with your friends, go spend time with your roommates, do something other than just hanging out with your boyfriend or girlfriend. And first semester of my freshman year, I was like never in my room. Like me and my boyfriend were always hanging out, like, and I didn't get to spend a whole lot of time with my roommates, and I like hate that because I definitely like regret that, and I obviously like can't get that time back. And me and my roommates are close, like, but I wish I would be there for like some of those moments that they spent together. And like, I don't know, I feel super, super bad because I wasn't there. And if my roommates are watching this, I love you guys and I feel so bad, but it's okay because next year is going to be so much fun and we're just going to have an awesome time. Number 14 is long distance. This one is, I don't know, controversial, kind of. My ex lives in Colorado and I live in California. So during like breaks and stuff, like vacation breaks, we didn't get to see each other, and like that's okay. It was like a couple weeks, like whatever. But like over summer, like that's 4 months, and like it doesn't seem like a whole lot because we get to spend like 8 months at college or whatever. I don't know, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 8 months at college and then 4 months of summer. But some people are like, yeah, we can do long distance, whatever, it's fine. And like some people can, and it's like really awesome if you can, but like other people can't. And so you just kind of have to take into consideration those things. But if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it's okay. You just live life and move on, and it's gonna be all right. And number 15, the last one, is have fun and be in every moment. Live every moment to like its fullest. If you're single, like go have fun with your roommates, go meet new people, go mingle, do whatever you do. If you're in a relationship, have fun with that person and spend like the moments that you do spend together, like you need to enjoy and cherish those moments because you're not going to get that time back with that person. So you just have to live each moment to like its fullest. I know it's really cliche to say, but it's true, and you don't know what can happen tomorrow or the next day or even, I'm not even gonna know what's gonna happen today. Like, you don't know, so you want to have like the best moments of your life leading up to whenever the end is, I guess. So that is the end of my part 2 of my college series. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Hopefully I'm gonna be making maybe 3 or 4 more of these videos. Yeah, so if you did enjoy it, please give it a big thumbs up, and down below in the comments, comment how you think long distance goes. If you are in a long distance relationship, kind of put tips about how you keep your relationship strong while you're away from each other. And if you're not in a long distance relationship, how do you think you would feel if you were in a long distance relationship and how you would deal with it, I guess. Alright, and if you want to become part of this royal family, please hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I'll see you soon, my beautiful kings and queens.